Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I welcome Mr. Tarang Patel and he will speak on the topic IoT-enabled farmer obedient pump controller that automates farm irrigation. I now request the speaker to begin.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. As mentioned, I'm Tarang, founder of Intech Harness, and we are based out of Pune. We are developing a platform which will consolidate the pumps operating in the farm, which are currently operating independently or in a disconnected manner. So, as a start, we have developed a patent-granted pump controller with IoT enablement so that we can connect with the hardware, take the notifications, and understand whether the pump is working or it is not working on the farm remotely. So, here's a snapshot. Problem that we are addressing is that of erratic power and water in the farm. Solution is a patented hardware backed by deep tech. Market reach is pan-India, and technology is satellite imagery to pump operation. Revenue are sale and subscription model, and the total market size in India itself is USD 3 billion. Stage is battlefield tested hardware. We are at a scale-up stage. So, as mentioned, let's look at the challenges that the farmers are currently facing and how we can resolve with this with our hardware. So primarily, the factors affecting the pump operations on the farm are of erratic power and water availability of water on the farm. This results in the spin-off problems are at three levels. One is the irrigation operation level, which results in inefficient farming, extra vigilant farmer, extended pump operations, erratic water to the crop, and soil nutrients being washed away. Farmer at a personal level is struggling with manual operations, wildlife challenges like snake bite, scorpion bite whenever the power supply is at night time, low crop yield, soil degradation, pump burnouts, and due to long farm to house distances. At a national level, India is consuming 18% of the power in for agriculture, and water usage in irrigation is 1.6 to 2 times the requirement. This is mainly because the most of the operation is manual and gut based, and there is no data driven irrigation at this point. So, having identified the challenges, we have developed a solution which can holistically address all the challenges that have been identified. So, as you can see, this is an hardware which connects to an existing setup on the farm. It connects to the starter of the pump, and the on and off operation through the green and red buttons is controlled by the logic given in our controller. So it's a gateway to data-driven irrigation through IoT. Uh, Dynamic time recovery is a feature which, if power fails mid-cycle, the system pauses and calculates the exact remaining duration. Let me quickly give you an example. What it actually does fundamentally, the core capability is supposing the requirement of the crop is say 4 hours. So the farmer can give an on time say 12 o'clock and off time say 4 o'clock, and this controller will switch on the pump at 12 and switch off at 4 without human intervention. That is fundamental. But the intelligence is supposing it starts at 12 and there's power loss at 1. So everything will shut down. But if the power resumes at 1:30, then the controller will initialize and restart the pump on its own, keep it running till 4:30, and then switch it off as well. So the program time gets delivered and there is no human intervention required. Similarly, we have a sensing mechanism for low voltage, high voltage cutoff, dry run cutoff, phase reversal and imbalance cutoff with intelligence for auto restart once these parameters are available. So there's resilient execution. Upon power resumption, the controller initializes and completes the schedule autonomously. These are smarter than timers. We guarantee precise water volume delivery, completely insulated from grid volatility or any other form of disruption. Now, this is the infrastructure layer. that we are talking about. Sorry. So, because of the architecture, the digital irrigation infrastructure layer, we can convert any irrigation pump, electrical pump, into an intelligent irrigation system simply by attaching our controller to the starter and operating the pump through that logic. Now, we have three layers essentially. One is the data layer, which is on the cloud, and it will generate operational data, energy, cycles to feed the cloud platform. We have a control layer, which I mentioned, enables farmers to remotely start, stop, and predictably schedule cycles. So this is another mobile app that we have, which connects to the controller on the farm through the cloud. So the farmer also has a control over the operations of the pump, and there is a protection layer, which autonomously safeguards, prevents pump damage from voltage, dry run, or bore faults, dry bore faults. So as I mentioned, any all the factors that affect the functioning of a pump, we have a sensing mechanism and an ability to respond to it without human intervention in order to deliver the irrigation schedule. So as you can see in the infographic on the left, the farmer has a mobile app which is connected to the hardware, which is Jalaprayer, through the cloud, uh, and controlling the resources of power and water in order to operate the pump to deliver on the irrigation schedule. Now, as I mentioned, this is our patent grant for this particular hardware. Now let us look at what are the other technologies available currently in this particular price range or spectrum. So if you look at the pump operations, they would range from uh, physically visiting the farm to manually operate the pump. Then there are more recently GSM-based controllers, which offer the convenience of operating the pump from wherever you are. And but the entire spectrum requires human intervention. So automation and precision cannot come into play. Jalapraya is one step ahead of the spectrum. We work on connect and forget principle and hence the patent, as our controller is fully empowered to respond to the disruptions on the farm and deliver on the irrigation schedule without human intervention. So there is a lot of relief for the farmer as well. Now, if you look at the pump market today, agriculture pumps, because we have industrial pumps, domestic applications as well. But looking at agriculture pumps, there are 4 crore pumps already installed in the Indian agriculture field, and it is growing at 7 to 8% per annum. And our controller can seamlessly attach with any type and size of pump. So the entire market is available for us as far as irrigation pumps are concerned, electrical. Now, this is our technology roadmap. Version 1 is the hardware. As I mentioned, all the intelligence is embedded in the hardware through a microprocessor. Now, version 2, we have also brought in IoT-based services so that we can control, command new timings. We can know the notification of what is happening, whether pump is operational or it is off, or there is some disruption in terms of voltage, current, dry run. And then version 3 is basically we are talking about acquiring data from the satellite imagery for calculating the requirement of water for a particular crop at a particular location. So that is end-to-end automation where data acquisition happens, analysis happens, a decision comes out, and that decision is also executed automatically, autonomously, so that the app will simply send the timings for irrigating the crop to the controller without human intervention. So that is the complete tech stack that we have developed for the farmers. Now, irrigation advisory is what we were districtly talking. Now, here, there are various aspects or methods through which data can be acquired. We are working on satellite image. There could be sensors also on the farm, but we would like to limit our sensors to periodic checking of accuracy levels from the satellite data. So sensor signals are there are weather shifts, and there are farmer inputs. So farmer will basically in the app give the type of crop that is growing, the type of irrigation system that he has, the pump, whether it's the same pump or replaced. He can also upload soil report basis which the entire advisory will work and come out with data wherein how much water is required for the crop, when it is required, and the duration needed. So once all the data is acquired, the patented controller then executes this schedule automatically, even under erratic conditions. And this results in pre-harvest contamination reduction by 40 to 60%, yield increase by roughly 22%, and improved quality of the crop by 16%. So this is our team. We are a good combination of techno-commercial skills, ably backed by stalwarts who are our mentors from the field of electronics, pump marketing, and finance domain. We are also growing our team. Now, we have an environment impact because of the limiting the pump operation to a duration. So, a lot of wastage is eliminated. Pump operates for a given time, which means the electricity consumption is also limited. So, there are obvious benefits in terms of GHG mitigation potential, where greenhouse gas emissions can be reduced by half a ton per installation per annum. Water savings per instance, that is daily. Whenever you operate a pump, 12,000 liters per instance can be saved, which results in 72 units of power units being saved. So, a lot of money is being saved, resources are being saved, and also environmental protection is there. So we are also aligned with UN SDGs 2, 9, 11, 12, 13, and 15, and Government of India's projects dealing with efficient use of groundwater, because extraction and depleting ground level waters is a major concern for the government, and they are running a lot of projects in order to limit the extraction of water and save or increase the level of water underground level of water. So we contribute towards that. We help them to reduce the extraction of the water. So this is a quick look at how much of water extraction we can limit. Now this is an example for a 5-acre plantation for pineapple. Now under a drip irrigation, if we consider doing agriculture of pineapple, then considering an area of 1 acre, the number of plants per acre would be 11,616. The drippers, considering one dripper for two plants, is 5,808. So that will be the outlet for the water. And the discharge rate from these drippers would be 4 liters per hour. Now, if you consider 5-acre uh, land for cultivation, then the total discharge is 1,16,160 liters per hour. Now here, if the requirement for the crop is say daily 5 hours, that's fine because that is going to be used for the betterment and growing of the crop. But if the pump remains on even for 15 minutes, okay, then this same pump is going to extract 30,000 liters and put it into the crop, which is adversely affecting the yield and quality of the crop. Plus, it is wasting 30,000 liters every time the pump is operating for only 15 minutes more than requirement. So even if you say that farmer has left the pump on for overnight, and if you consider even 2 hours, 3 hours, then we are talking about 3 lakh liters of water being wasted every day. So we can restrict that using this technology. Under flood irrigation, a 5 HP pump can potentially pump up to 50,000 liters per hour of water. And under flood irrigation, a 15-minute of pump operation, which is extra beyond requirement, will extract 12,500 liters from the source, again, not helping anything. So this is the difference between drip irrigation and flood irrigation. So we are supported by ICER Pune. We got a grant from Ministry of Agriculture. We've also got a grant from Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. We have an MOU with Indian Institute of Rice Research, Hyderabad. IIT Guwahati has invested in us under the national mission of interdisciplinary cyber physical systems, which is a program of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. We've been cited on FAO website for ICT in climate smart agriculture, and ET-RISE also ranked us among top 20 most innovative MSM in India. We've been accelerated by Nexus Startup, which is a US Embassy New Delhi program, and also UNIDO's FLCTD, which is a facility for low carbon technology deployment. So this is how the support system that we have had, and this is the entire technology development and our technology roadmap, the market roadmap that we are currently working on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful presentation. I'll take up the questions now. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, sir, so that we can
Sure.
see your full video?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll move to the questions now. The first question is, what are the major irrigation challenges faced by Indian farmers that your solution addresses?
So fundamentally, as I mentioned, power supply is a challenge for every farmer. He has to wake up at odd hours and to operate the pump. Many a times there is quite a distance between his house and the farm, and he has to this weather conditions. There's snakes around, animals around. So there are a lot of challenges that the farmers face simply to operate the pump, which is really not required with IoT and the hardware connected, he can completely be in control of the irrigation pump. Not only start and stop the pump, but also know whether the pump is operating or what is the reason why it is not operating at this particular point, whether it is because of low voltage or dry run conditions or phase reversal imbalance, whatever the parameters from the on the field, he will be in the know. So we are addressing these challenges and making his life easy and also at the same time bringing automation and precision water supply for the crop.
Okay. Sir, what safety features are included in to protect pump from dry running, voltage fluctuations, or motor failures?
So we have various sensing mechanism. The first part is whether the power is available, yes or no. So if it is not available, definitely the controller will uh, restart on getting the power back. Okay. But if the power is available, then there are further parameters like operating voltage, low voltage, high voltage cutoff, which will affect if the pump is running on low voltage, then there will be more wear and tear. If it is high voltage, it could burn out. Dry run conditions, if the water in the source is over and pump is still operational, then also there is a burnout. Phase reversal and imbalance. So these are even under imbalance is basically there are three phases, and out of which one phase is having very low voltage. That is also not a desirable condition for the pump, so it should keep it off. The controller will stop the pump and let the farmer know. And reversal is when there's a power supply, it comes in the form of RYB, red, yellow, blue, three phases. So from the supply side, the discom side, if there's some maintenance activity and they interchange the connection, then also the pump can burn out. So our controller will not let the pump operate even if the power is available, but the phases are not in sequence. So these are the parameters which affect the functioning of a pump, and our controller has the intelligence to detect these disruptions and also respond to these disruptions.
Okay. How does the system perform in areas with poor internet connectivity?
So we have not see fundamentally uh, IoT, the intelligence is embedded in the hardware. Okay, because originally this controller was designed to work in isolation without human intervention. We simply brought in IoT because then the farmer will know what is happening there. In over 800 installations that we've had, we have not faced major problems of network. Uh, One is the network coverage is increasing by the day, and two, the modem or the IoT technology or the SIM card that we are using can operate even on 2G. So with low connectivity, also the controller can keep sending data and notifications to the farmer.
Okay. How much water and electricity can farmers typically save by using this technology?
So we are talking about the duration of the pump operation. Due and since manually it is very difficult to give precise water because even if he's on the farm and at some other location away from the pump, he is going to take at least 15-20 minutes more to reach the location to switch it on. So, but usually it is in hours. Okay, the overnight, there have been situations where we have seen that the adjacent farmers' land is also being irrigated because of the overflow of the water. So, under these circumstances, even if we are being complacent and take just the minimum amount of pump operation beyond requirement, it is say 15 minutes. Under drip, it will still extract 30,000 liters, and under flood irrigation, it will still extract roughly 12,000, 12,500 liters of water, which is not helping the crop in any way.
Okay. What impact does automated irrigation have on crop yield and quality?
Yes, so roughly water or irrigation is the single most factor affecting these two factors of the crop, apart from soil. But apart from soil, even this water is a very crucial aspect which directly affects the quality and the crop yield of the crop. So yield we can, because of precision water supply and limiting the duration of the pump to requirement of the crop basis the various parameters like moisture content and various other parameters at that particular location, geolocation. We can look at an increased yield of roughly 22% and quality by roughly 16%.
Okay. Can small and marginal farmers afford this technology?
Yes, because we are working with, we are working with NGOs to bring this technology to the farmers. So there's a lot of financial support available from the NGOs for the farmers.
Okay. Uh, how easy is it for farmers with limited technology knowledge to operate the systems?
So there is a very strong support system provided by our company. We once the installation is done, we they can call us anytime, and we help them to operate a very simple app, not very complicated. It just will ask if you want to port new timings, or it will keep sending data to you that the pump is on, the pump is off. This is the balance time remaining periodically. So the farmer, and once you give the time, more importantly, once you give the time, say 12 to 4, you don't need to change it every day. The controller will operate daily at that time and keep sending you the information. So operation wise, it is very simple. The farmers, it is multilingual app, so language is not a problem. If the farmer needs any help, we have our call center. They can call us anytime. And once they operate the controller for roughly around 5 to 6 days, then after that they don't even call us. They are very well versed with the technology. So it's a very simple technology.
Okay. What is the installation process and does it require modifications to existing pump sets?
So this is an add-on to an existing setup on the farm. There is no changes required apart from the standard wiring that you need to rewire through a simple diagram which is already there in the packing of the controller. And what happens normally is any electrical pump installation is attached with some electrician, in every village or whatever. So any electrician can simply connect it, or if farmer is that much literate, he can definitely do the wiring on his own.
Okay.
And we also support them during installation
Okay.
through a video call. Yes.
Okay. Is the system compatible with both the borewell and surface water irrigation system?
Yes, so our controller can seamlessly attach with any type and size of pump on the farm, whether be three-phase or single phase, or as you mentioned, the bore well, open well, uh, any type and size of pump. Because see, fundamentally, we are connecting to the starter of the pump, which is away from the pump. So the on and off operation is controlled through the logic by connecting to the starter of the pump. So our controller is so designed that it can connect with any type and size of pump.
Okay. What types of crops and farming system benefit the most from this technology?
So any water sensitive crop, for example, even if you look at or mainly orchards, fruits, vegetables. So these are the crops which require very less water, and excess water can immediately uh, spoil the crop. So this technology and these are cash crops again. So the farmers also will afford the technology. So these are the applications where the controller can help in increasing the income of the farmer.
Okay. How much maintenance does the system require?
So once you buy the controller, there's free maintenance for 1 year, after which there could be data charges, roughly 100 rupees a month. And if they are looking at any advisory, then that advisory will also come at a subscription, roughly 300 rupees a month.
Okay.
Yes. So it will also help the farmer if he's employing someone to operate the pump. Then that also is not required. That poor guy has to run around at night. So there are savings, obvious savings also.
Okay. Does the platform collect irrigation data and how much farmers use this information for better decision making?
So data is meant is being see what happens is till today all the activities were are generating data, but there is no retention. So uh, falling back on historical data is somewhat difficult. But with IoT, what we've done is we've brought in retention of the data. So going forward, we can look at AI ML applications where the farmer will immediately benefit through this data, and he will also be able to uh, increase the farm income, his income basically through the farm.
Okay. Can the system integrate with weather forecast and soil moisture sensors for intelligent irrigation scheduling?
Yes, we have a version 3 of our module. See, we didn't, we have, brought this technology in a modular fashion so that the cost and the overwhelming of data is not there for the farmer. He can easily adopt this technology in a modular way. So first, we have brought only the hardware, then We brought a small app with IoT integration, and now we also have the advisory coming through various sensors and satellite data. So, in a very modular way, in a very easy way, the farmer can adopt to this.
How do you ensure data security and reliability for farmers?
So we have a cloud service from Amazon Web Service, and they are having a very strong protocol as far as data security is concerned, and we are having a good experience with them.
Okay, I'll move on to the next question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what has been the response from farmers so far, and how many installations have been completed?
So we have over 800 installations till now, and the farmers have periodically been asking for newer technologies or newer modules. What more can you provide us with as far as irrigation automation is concerned? So that is very heartening that farmers keep demanding for new technologies or in a modular way, of course, for their needs.
Okay. What are the major barriers to adoption of IoT-based irrigation technologies in India?
So one is for us to reach to the farmers is it's a big task. However, with the help of NGOs, we are going there. We are also having MOUs with government organizations like Indian Institute of Rice Research, wherein they have access to the farmers. They also work with a lot of corporate foundations under CSR. So we are able to also support the farmer financially in adopting this technology. Uh, Farmers, on their part, would require some education as far as how the technology will be helpful to them and what are their current problems. Because the if you look at the farmers, they have accepted the fact that these problems are there and they will be there, and they don't really understand that there can be a solution to this. So we have to tell them what the problems they are facing in the first place, and then also give them the solution.
Okay. Are there any government schemes or subsidies available for farmers adopting such solutions?
Yes, there are a lot of subsidies available, but the process of us registering for those schemes is very cumbersome and time consuming, which we are currently working on. And soon our product will be available under subsidy for the farmer as
Okay. What future enhancements or innovations are planned for your pump controller technologies?
well. Yeah, so what we are looking at is for larger farms where we have one crop, one water source, and one pump. We already have the technology in place. But if you look at larger farms, then we can have solenoid operations, we can have fertigation, we can have pesticide injections systems, being added to this technology.
Okay. Sir, if somebody viewing your session wants to begin automating irrigation, what would be the first three steps you would recommend?
So basically, he has to understand the challenges that he's facing, uh, and he simply has to buy one of our controllers and uh, attach it to his pump as a first step. And then more layers of technology will follow as we keep developing new technologies over the same hardware.
Okay. Um, can this
And one more,
yeah,
yeah, sorry,
yeah, yeah,
there's
tell
one
me,
more,
sir.
yeah, so one more feature that we are currently working on is the controller is sitting on the farm and there is an embedded code in the processor which is there inside the hardware. So that code also we are able to update with new features through the internet connection which is already established. So just like our mobile firmware can be updated through internet, same way our controllers code can also be updated as and when we have newer layers of technology. And there is a need to change the code on the farm.
Okay. What advice would you give to young entrepreneurs and engineers who wish to develop technological solution for the agriculture sector?
So there is a lot of scope, and the market is huge. Not only India, but we can also look at other countries who are primarily agri economies. We have the African continent, which is still available. We have far countries in the Far East also who are doing agriculture, and they also need technology. So they should be also be able to adapt their technologies to the local needs. So that is what the main thing is. And more than the technology, one should focus on acquiring markets and generating revenue for the business.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we would like to thank Mr. Tarang Patel for the talk and for answering the questions. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you so much.
You're most
Thank you.
welcome,
It
sir.
was a pleasure.